Casey's Audio Vault.
John-Angus and Jack from the Trews.
November 18th, 2009.
Hi, this is Angus Young.
Hey, this is Dave Mustaine from Megadeth.
Brad from 3 Days Grace.
It's Neil Yo from Motley Crue.
You're listening to the 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Rock Report on Power 97.
Music news with Casey Norman. 6 o'clock Rock Report. Brought to you by Popeye Supplements. Lowest price guaranteed. 6 o'clock Rock Report on Winnipeg's Best Rock. Power 97.
Welcome to the show for November 18th, 2009, and the Trews will play a sold-out show this evening at the West End Cultural Center, part of their acoustic tour, and the boys are with us today. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. You guys?
Oh, we're good. We're good. A little road weary, but still kicking.
Still kicking. And the acoustic tour is going well. You're getting good results.
It's going great. Yeah, we've had nothing but sold out shows and enthusiastic crowds, and it's a big shock for us because this was a bit of an experiment. To be honest, we had never really done this kind of thing outside the walls of our hometowns and our homes and our campfires. But this has been turning out great, and people are really receptive to it, and we're thrilled.
Well, I guess it did really well in Winnipeg that you guys just decided to add the second show on the way back across the country.
Yeah, well, you asked for it. Now you're going to get it. No, it was. We're thrilled. Again, we can't say enough about the good people of Winnipeg for asking us back another time. And all you got to do is ask. We'll keep coming back. And
you got the DVD and CD out as well. Yeah. I guess you're pushing that. Were you kind of thinking, you've done a live album before, right?
We did a live EP, came attached with our first album, House of Ill Fame. And then this is our first live outing since then. But it's a pretty different twist on the whole thing, being acoustic and also being that we wrote some new songs for it and dug up some old stuff from the attic and threw it in there as well. So it's... I think it's well worth picking up if you're a fan of the band.
I haven't checked out the DVD yet, but this is the first video video performance you guys have done. You getting primped up for it? You guys cleanly shaven, or you got the beards?
We're both cleanly shaven. You can't see us out there in radio world, but
yeah, generally, I've seen you guys a couple times, and you get the road beards.
Yeah, we're shaggy guys. Well, Jack here is always a baby face. Yeah, except for once. You did have that one beard.
I had to try it to see what it was all about.
Yeah. And we will never speak of it again.
No. He wanted to know what kind of glory me and Colin were in with our facial hair, but turns out it's not glory at all. It's just laziness.
Well, the last time I saw you guys, you were playing, I guess it was the Red River X, and I went backstage, brought you guys out on stage. Right. You may not recognize me because I am in disguise with a mustache currently.
Oh, that's you. Oh, man. Didn't recognize it.
Oh, you?
Yeah. Oh, that's some James Bond stuff right there.
I think so, and I probably wasn't wearing glasses, so this is my
No, I recognize you despite the mustachio. It suits you, though. It's good.
Thank you. That's actually what I was looking for. Every time I meet somebody, I'm like,
hey, shot in the arm.
What is it good? Is it bad?
I grew a mustache for a tour of the States once, and it definitely was like my secret identity. Nobody recognized me, and it's like, who's the new guitar player with I had the handlebars and everything. We were going down south or something, so I wanted to try to fit in with the Southern rockers.
Well, there's something called Movember. Movember.com, and it's a campaign to raise awareness for prostate cancer. Nice. And it's fun to have a mustache, to take a vacation from yourself.
It's like Halloween every day.
Well, let's listen to one off of Friends and Total Strangers. We'll do the new one, Sing Your Heart Out, in a bit, but let's do Poor Old Broken Hearted Me.
Sure, man.
All right, it's the Trews live on the Rock Report. And you can find that on Friends and Total Strangers, the CD, as well as the DVD, and we have the Trews in studio right now.
How are you?
I'm still pretty good. The show is tonight, West End Cultural Center, sold out, but the next one, people can still get tickets for this, December 4th, also at the West End. Did you guys check it out yet, the venue?
We were there briefly, and we're going back very soon. It looks like a really funky place. I like the exterior, I like the interior.
So you hadn't played it earlier times? Because this is revamped.
I've heard. We've never played. On all our trips through, it's never happened. So we're stoked.
It feels exactly like the old room, except it's like it's been pushed back half a block.
I heard that the exterior wall is in the room that we're playing.
Yeah,
the former exterior wall.
But it still feels like it. It's a nice tight room, and it's just great acoustics.
It reminds me of the house of the exterior reminds me of the House of Blues in New Orleans. It's all a very similar decor, color scheme, and groovy, psychedelic funkiness happening. It's cool.
Do you have any favorite venues Besides playing in
you
Winnipeg,
know what?
of
Honestly,
course.
Burton Cummings
Yeah.
Theater is in the top 10. We've talked about it a lot. Certain rooms are just, do all the work for you. The Commodore Ballroom in Vancouver, the Burton Cummings Theater here, the Marquee in Halifax, the whole House of Blues chain in America, particularly Chicago, New Orleans. There's such great rooms out there. And then there's really bad ones too. We won't go there though.
With doing this acoustic tour, have you had any hecklers in the crowd telling you to plug it in, like the anti Bob Dylan?
No.
Well, people shout because they can be heard much easier. So
Right. Yeah. So
you hear
they're
a lot more of what they're saying, but nothing has been heckling. It's more like encouragement.
Yeah, it's always been positive. Like, we didn't shock the world by going acoustic.
no.
I think it's been really cool. Everybody's been like singing along, and you can hear them, and it's been just really overwhelmingly positive. And we expected some little bit of. I'm trying to watch my light. We expected a little bit of hassle, or a little bit of stuff, and it was just none of that exists. It's been great, So the only thing I got heckled for shaving my beard in one of the shows. They said, "John-Angus, where's your beard?" And I said, "Well, we went acoustic, so I had to." Take it off. It'll come back when we start rocking again.
Well, usually on the show, I do a lot of music news, and one of the stories I'm going to get to in a bit is talking about Aerosmith. Mm-hmm. You may have heard Steven Tyler may be on the way out, but who's to say? And now they're thinking, who should fill in for...
I know the answer to that question.
Okay.
There's only one way, because, I've met Steven Tyler a few times, and we worked with Jack Douglas, and he was really in with that camp. So for a long time, we've been hearing some of the inner workings of the band, and when things started to get unhappy in there, we sort of heard rumors and everything. Not to say I know anything about the real deal. I mean, those guys are, they're superstars. You don't get that close to them. But if the only way that if Steven left in a huff, the only way that Aerosmith could stick it to Steven would be to hire Axl Rose and go on tour and have Axl front Aerosmith. And then they do Aerosmith songs and Guns N' Roses songs. We've toured with Guns N' Roses, the new one. Mm-hmm. And I've seen Aerosmith more times than I could count. And I could say that would be a show that could rival Aerosmith. There's no other option. There's nobody else out there that could rival Steven Tyler.
That would be awesome. I'm looking at this list. What is it from? RollingStone.com. They put singer for Buck Cherry, Josh Todd, at number 1.
Really? I mean, we toured with them too, Buck Cherry, and Josh is a really good guy. I don't necessarily see it. I mean, physically,
he's got the swagger.
They're identical. Stuff. Physically, they're almost identical. Mm-hmm. The lips, they got the look, but I just think musically, I don't necessarily see it.
This is a fan poll on RollingStone.com. Number 2 was David Johansen from New York Dolls.
Well, that would never happen, but that would be very cool.
That would be weird.
There's a checkered past there with David and Aerosmith, so I don't know if that would happen.
David Lee Roth?
No.
I don't think that would work.
He hasn't got the singing chops. He's a great frontman.
Mm-hmm. Number 4 is Adam Lambert, who is, I guess, American Idol guy.
No comment.
Yeah, Iggy Pop is number 5.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would work, but kind of cool. And I'll rattle off the rest. Meatloaf, Scott Weiland, Johnny Rotten, Chris Cornell, and Perry Farrell as the top 10 who should replace.
Nobody thought of Axl. You know why Axl would be great? Because of the lineage, man. Guns N' Roses wouldn't have existed without Aerosmith. It'd be like a perfect synthesis of like rock history.
They cover Mama Kin. He does a great job of it.
Exactly. I think it'd be so cool, And then Aerosmith could actually do some Guns songs, probably just as good as the Guns is doing them, the new Guns.
Mm-hmm. Is there any band that you would really like to play with? Because there's another story here. Because it seems like with them Crooked Vultures, you got Josh Homme and Dave Grohl and playing with the guy from Led Zeppelin. And then there's another story here. The Roger Taylor from Queen wants to play with Taylor Hawkins from Foo Fighters. Would you be able to amass a supergroup? Who would you choose?
Well, you mean, am I like that I could be in?
Well, yeah, if you like, that would be great if we had so-and-so.
Well, I mean, the possibilities are endless, right? If you're talking all time and dead versus alive, or what are we talking? How much fantasy are we going for here? I mean, I would love to jam with the Young Brothers from AC/DC. Mm-hmm. I mean, I just would like to do that before I, die. That's a long ways away, but I'd love to do that. How about you, Jack?
I don't know.
It's a tough question.
Yeah. Really is. I couldn't even sum it up in 2 people, I think.
Well, Axl Rose with Aerosmith is a great idea.
It's so great, and I haven't heard anybody talk about it. I've been a party to all these blogs and all these things, and a lot of people are talking about it, and I don't know why nobody's thinking of Axel.
Well, I think that's it for us. It's the Trews hanging out on the Rock Report. You guys have a great show tonight at the West End.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having us on. Thanks for letting us shoot the breeze about the rock news.
Not a problem. It's sold out tonight, but you can see them when they come back through the country, hitting Winnipeg again at the West End, December 4th. We're going to do the latest single, and it is off Friends and Total Strangers, the CD and DVD. It's Sing Your Heart Out. Thanks again, guys.
Thanks, man.
All the interviews you want on iTunes and at power97.com. Casey's Audio Vault.
Casey Norman is Power 97's music director and can be heard every weekday from 2 till 6 in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
Power 97 is Winnipeg's best rock.